All right. So on this week's episode, we're going to talk about gratitude. Take it away, Kev.
Awesome. So there's a quote I want to start out with, and it is the foundation of what we're going to be talking about and how this relates to, or how we can explain gratitude through science and spirituality is that gratitude is the frequency that is harmonious with abundance. I'm going to say that again for the people in the back. Gratitude is the frequency that is harmonious with abundance, meaning it's on that same frequency, it's on the same vibration, and everything is energy. Everything is just a vibration at a different frequency. And our five senses can pick up, I think it's only like 0.01% of the frequencies in this universe.
It's really small.
Very, very small. And so, but we have other senses, our six mental faculties, and one of them being perception. And so, perception plays a big role in actually feeling the gratitude because there's a difference between, just thinking of like, oh, I'm grateful for, my home, or I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for the food that I have. There's difference between saying it and then actually feeling it. And the feeling is where the shift happens, where you shift to that frequency that is harmonious with abundance, which then attracts abundance to you, whether that's in material wealth or love or health, any form of abundance that you want, it can come to you through gratitude.
Yeah. And I think like that frequency thing about it being harmonious with abundance, if you just like think about it a little bit and actually unpack that statement, when you're thinking about things that you're grateful for, there's no lack. Like even if there's a
Mm,
lot of things in your life that you don't have, when you're thinking about what you do have, you're not thinking about what you don't have. And
yeah.
so you're in that frequency, you're in that mindset of looking at your blessings and looking at the good that's in your life. And I think when people are feeling, upset, or when they're feeling depressed, or when they're feeling anxious, the last thing they probably want to do is go to gratitude because, and I honestly, I think like a lot of people, and this is me included in some instances in my life, where I don't want to go to gratitude because I know it's going to work. Like I know it's going to, no, because like I know it's going to get me out of the feeling that I'm feeling, but like I
Yeah.
want to feel it. Like I want to be depressed. Like I want to be sad. You know what I mean?
Mm,
And so like I
the
know if I go to
bittersweetness to it.
gratitude, it's what?
There's a bittersweetness to that
Yeah.
feeling.
Yeah, and then I know if I go to gratitude, I'll be like, God damn it, I actually have a lot of good stuff in my life. And I think no matter what, like anyone who's going through whatever, it doesn't matter how bad it is, there's always something that you could be grateful for. Even just like for me, like I'm just like rewinding it back to like how bad things could be. Like you can always be grateful that you're alive.
Hmm.
If you have the consciousness to think about what you're grateful for, it probably means that you're still alive and breathing. And so this is still always time for you to fix whatever's going on, and like you still have that opportunity to change whatever's going on in your life. But I think if people actually took out a pen and a pencil and paper and really thought about everything that they're grateful for in their life, the list is really long.
Hmm.
And you don't have to leave out little things either. Like you can literally be grateful for the fact that you have a pencil and paper, and
Hmm.
that you can read, and that you could write, and that you can listen to this podcast. You have an iPhone, or you have Spotify, or you have iTunes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's just, you can like break it down to so many like little things. And then after like you start making your list, it's like, wow, there's actually a lot of stuff that I have in my life, and a lot of things that I can be grateful for.
Definitely. And going back to like that's a really fantastic point because you could always have gratitude. You could always practice gratitude, and it's a lot of times you have to generate it.
Hmm.
It's not like because there's a difference between reactive gratitude and a generative gratitude. Meaning, if someone gives you a present, like I'm very grateful for that, and that's good. It's not bad. Like you should be. That's a natural response. But a true transformative gratitude is when you choose that gratitude. And it doesn't have to be like, in the moment where you're like, like you said like you're upset, anxious, depressed, whatever. Like it could be in just like a moment that like you're not feeling as happy as you can be. And then just practicing that gratitude. Like for me, like I write out my gratitude. There's something that happens when you put your pen to paper and write it out and see what you're grateful for and then really describe it. And last night I did that. It completely shifted my energy. And on top of that, though, just like what this means to your life, like why this matters, why would you even want to practice gratitude? As I mentioned, like if you want, more abundance in your life, then this is how you get it or how you attract it. because spiritually, the only way to have something in your life is when you're on the frequency or on the vibration of what you want, meaning you're matching that state of reality. And then that brings it into form because you're embodying that energy. That's that through your spirit, you're embodying that. You're using your mental faculties of imagination and then perception. And then you're feeling that. And then that feeling attracts to you what it is you want: circumstances, situations, opportunities, people, ideas. All of that comes to you when you're on that same frequency. And so gratitude, as I said, is on the same frequency that is harmonious with abundance. And so when you tune to gratitude, you're tuning to abundance, and therefore, boom, things start to happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's 100% true. And I've made it a point to like make it a habit to express gratitude at certain times of the day. So I do the morning and the night. So in the morning I'll do a gratitude list, which I write down. And then at night before I go to bed, I'll write down three good things that happened to me throughout the day. So like three things that I was grateful for the day.
Nice.
And I got this from a book called The Happiness Advantage. And he's
Great
basically
book.
saying that, yeah, he's basically the author is Sean Ecker. I think that's how you say his name.
Mm-hmm.
He was saying that like you could train. Yeah, you probably have it over there. Do you
Yeah.
have my copy? Or do you have your own copy?
Nah, fam, I have my copy.
Okay.
I think I'm the one who introduced that book to you because
I don't think so, bro.
No, man, I remember picking this up at Barnes and Noble because the entire book is orange, and orange is my favorite color.
Yeah,
Case
but
settled.
I don't know.
I could be wrong, but I'm just.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I remember that so specifically that time.
Yeah.
I know. It was
But anyway,
like
the book.
ago, but...
Anyway, the book that was saying, the one that you so graciously introduced me to, was saying that like when you do that, like gratitude in the morning and then gratitude at night, you're literally retraining your brain to start to look for that stuff throughout the day. And it's crazy because like sometimes I'll have like a shitty day, and then I'll sit down at night and I'll be like, "There's no way I can think of three things," and I'll think of three things so easily. And it's like because then when you think about it, you have to look back on your day and force yourself to see the good.
Yeah.
Because like if you're having a shitty day at night, all you're thinking about is the bad shit. But then when you force yourself to sit down, you can actually find like a lot of good things. And then it like it almost like it like rewinds the day in your head and then paints it with a more positive image before you go to bed. And that like really helps.
Taking a different perception again.
Yeah.
I was talking about one of the faculties. Like you got to use it to your advantage.
Yeah.
Benefit your life.
Yeah. So takeaways from this episode: start a gratitude practice. Me and Kevin both just said that we have journals, and I think that's a great idea. And make it a habit to express gratitude on a daily basis, because in the very beginning it might seem like, oh, this is stupid, or like you gotta train yourself to be able to do it, because the more you express gratitude, the easier it will be to express gratitude, and the easier it'll be to see the things in your life that you're grateful for. Get a journal morning and night, write out what you're grateful for and especially on the days when you don't feel like doing it, because those are the most important ones.
Absolutely. And one final thing is a resource, something that I've watched probably dozens of times, maybe even close to 100 times, is a YouTube video. It's just 5 minutes. It's literally titled Gratitude, and is one of the most beautiful videos I've ever watched. It is a monk, I believe it's a monk, who's like speaking about gratitude and what to be grateful for, and like why to be grateful, and what difference it makes in your life. And then it has like beautiful images of like what he's describing over it. So we'll link that in the description of this podcast episode. So watch that, generate gratitude, and have an awesome day.
Word.
And that's it for today. So thanks for tuning in, and we really hope you enjoyed listening to this episode as much as we enjoyed recording it. So any questions, any comments, just connect with us on Instagram. You could always DM us at Kevin Francis Carton
and at Chris J. Carton. And also, if you feel guided to, the one thing we do ask is for you to please rate the podcast and leave us a review. This way we can reach more people and impact more lives with this amazing information. With that, we'll see you on the next episode.